guys, Luke Willard here from Gotman Productions, and in this short video tutorial I'm going to show you how you can create a cool logo animation. So now, first let's open up Blender. And we can delete the default cube and the lamp. Let's just delete both of those. Okay, so now what we can do is we can put some text in. Shift A and text. Now, you can delete this and type in the first word of your text. The reason we do this is because now we can go open up the text panel over here, and then on the extrude do 0.05, resolution 4, and depth 0.009. So now that we've got that, we can see it's looking quite good. So now we can rotate it on the X by 90 degrees. Now it will look like this. But we don't really like that font. So I'm going to change it to a font called Disco Deck. You can download that on the internet from dafont.com, I think it's called. Yeah, and there's lots of different ones that come in the packet, like bold and all that. But this is the one we're going to be using. So now we can do Shift D and then tab into edit mode, and then type in your text of your second word. Okay, so now that we've got our text done, never mind, I did get it right. Okay, but now that we've got our text, what we want to do is we want to go into front view, like this. Put this on the red line, so that here we can see that there's 3 and a bit on each side. Just 3 and a tiny bit. There we go. And now for Gotmal, the first word, we're just going to put this above here, and now shift click that, and then do Control P and object. So now you can see that when I do something to this, it will still work. Okay, but we didn't need to do that. I just wanted to show you that. So what we need to do now is, since we've got a text like this, we need to Shift D this, and for the extrude, we need to do 0.025. Now you see that's kind of bigger. You want to just put this behind a tiny bit, just so you kind of get this nice bevel effect. See? Now we'll do the same with production. Shift D, offset 0.025, drag that back. Oh whoops, I forgot to make a copy. Shift D and then 0.025. Okay, now we can do there. You don't need to take it back very much, just a bit, so you can kind of see this effect there. Okay, so now if we give this a render, we can see that it doesn't look too good because we're not in cycles. Now if we give it a render, it looks cooler. But the background, we can just click use nodes. I'm going to make this white, just because it makes it a lighter colour so you can see the text. But now for this middle text, I'm going to make a new material. Now I'm going to make this a glossy, and then I'm going to make this red for the colours of Gotman Productions. There we go, and now we got that red. Now for this one, we could just set that as the same one. But let's just call this text 1. Okay, and now for these outside edges, we're going to make a new color. We're going to call this text 2. Now we're going to make this a glossy, but make this a black. And then for the outside of that one too, I'm going to use the same. Now if we give it a render, we can see that looks pretty cool. But now we need to position the camera. So now just go to front view and go to perspective, and I'll just find the position that you like. So now we're going to go align view, align active camera to view, and now I'm just going to do lock camera to view, and then just go out once. Now we can see that that looks quite good. But now with both of these selected, we can do Alt C and then mesh. So now we tab into edit mode. We can see that this one wasn't done. So now we can go Alt C, and then now if we select them, you can see that they're both like a mesh. But now what we need to do is we need to select all of this. All of this text we need to select. Okay, so we got all of them. So now if we go into the camera view, we need to rotate on the Z axis and just kind of give it that tilt that I made. And now if we give it a render, that looks good, but it's too close. So what we can do is you can just get that red one and take it back a bit. Now if we give this a render, see, that looks a lot better. But now I kind of want an animation so that the text starts over there and then just kind of goes right past the camera. So what we're going to do is, from here, this is frame 1, I'm going to turn this on. It's automatic keyframes. So now, what we can do, on frame 1, I want to start it back over there. You can see up there it says auto keying on when you are rotating it. So now let's go to frame 10. And then we'll grab it on the Y, just bring it closer. And frame 20, bring it even closer. Now frame 30, it will come even closer. So it's just like that, and then on frame 40, this is when it just goes like that. And then frame 50 is out of the camera. So now if we watch this, going Alt A, we can see that it looks pretty cool. But now before we give this a render, we just need to make the end frame 50. So now if we click Alt A, it'll just keep going over and over again. So this is the beginning of my animation. But before we render it, I want to save this. So let's save this as a logo. Now I'm just going to save it to my desktop quickly. So now what I want to do is, we got to see where this animation is gonna go. I'm just gonna click desktop, except I don't want this to be PNG. I want this to be an AVI RAW. Okay, so now sampling, it's 10. Okay, that looks good. And I'll click animation. So now this will take a while because it's going to go through every frame from frame 1 all the way to frame 50 and just do this the whole time until it goes all the way forwards and then out. And then if I just minimize this, you can see it's already starting there, but I'm going to rename it and I'm going to call it logo animation, just so it's easier to find. But I guess it's already doing that, so we can't. Yeah. So I'm just gonna turn the video off here and then end the video here until it's done rendering, and then I'll come back to you guys when it's done. See you till then. Okay, so my animation has just finished rendering. It took about half an hour to 20 minutes to render at, I think it was 500 frames. So, and I'll just show you it here. I did it in AVI RAW, so you can see it just like that. It's pretty cool. So I think I'm going to stop the video here, and I'll see you next time.